Hello, today I'm going to be presenting one of my stellar portfolio projects. This is a descriptive business analysis done with Postgres SQL. If you see me looking down, I have a note on the side. I'll be referring to it as I present. And just before I get into the presentation proper, I would like to provide some context to the entire project. I'm doing this for Outfit Oasis, which is a sales retail company that deals in three primary product categories, which are clothing, beauty, and electronics. It is 2025 and the company is looking to make certain key decisions in areas like sales to find out which product category sold more. And so this analysis was done to evaluate these key areas. Number one, profitability evaluation. That is to find out if they are doing more sales and how much revenue they're making from that. And number two is sales performance to check generally which category is selling more. Number three is trends to know which customers are buying more. And finally, operation metrics. In this presentation, I will be simulating a technical meeting where I will be presenting to the team all that I have done regarding this project since they were focused on building a predictive model for the company. And the person who has requested this within the team is the sales manager, Chloe, will be joining the meeting. So she wants to get a glimpse of all that I've done so far in the project. And by the way, my name is Raphael. I am a GVA and data professional specializing in database administration and data analysis. I will get started with the presentation now. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for the updates on the price prediction models you guys are working on. Really good progress. Well, for me, I got assigned this ticket on Jira, and it's a request that came from the sales manager, Chloe, who is here with us, by the way, to get a glimpse of my progress so far on the project. Because I have about 10 minutes to present, I'll be linking this particular project so you guys can go through it to get a full story as to how everything started. But I will just briefly show you from where I began. So I got this request from Chloe. This was the request I got from Chloe, and from it, I derived these business questions. And after confirming with Chloe if answering these questions would meet the criteria for which this analysis was needed, and getting a yes from her, I proceeded to develop the business demand overview. This is basically all of the people that would be, that would need this analysis to be done. So the sales manager, the marketing team, the executive team, and the operations team. Okay, I will just get right to the queries I've developed to answer those business questions. So Chloe, just keep your eye on the side of my screen. This is where you will be seeing the results as these are the codes that I have generated. As you guys would know, I started off with the preparatory work, connecting to the database and then creating the tables I needed and formatting everything properly. And after exploring the data set, I discovered first of all that there was no transactions for 2024. And this is because there was some data migration issues that are yet to be completed. And so this is only for 2020, 2022 and 2023. When I looked further, I saw that the data needed, some data cleaning. So these are different data cleaning steps or actions I did. I checked for all the columns that had empty, you know, empty records, and I discovered there were 13 of them. And of the 13, 3 were invalid transactions because there was no value in the total sales column for them. So I deleted those 3 records. And the remaining 3, although they are valid transactions, but the customers who purchased from us did not, input their age. So what I did was to update these ages by gender. And the last thing I did the last thing I saw that needed to be done to clean the data was to update M to male and then F to female, as well as removing the space before male because this was the state of the data. All right, so Chloe, this is the part you should be interested more in. So these are the exploratory data analysis queries I developed to answer the question. So the number one question, what is the total sales by category? So this is a query. Chloe, you can see the answers here. This is the uh, total sales the company did for the year. You can see electronics did more than clothing compared to beauty. And then the next question, which days of the week generate the highest sales revenue? So you can see the days of the week. We had Monday doing the most sales. So it means for 2022 and 2023 that Monday was the day that we had the highest sales. So you can see the quantity that was sold for that particular day combined in the entire year. And then the next one is what are the peak sales hours and shift time? You can see here. Okay, what this table means is that the very first row is the total sales. So there was over 1,997 transactions that happened. Uh, this is with no regards to the gender, with no regards to the shift. And then this particular one is the total sales with no regards to the gender and then the shift. So if you look here closely, you see that we have afternoon shift, night shift, and morning shift. And you would see that afternoon shift is the period that had the most sales, and which all invariably means that the workers in the afternoon shift are also doing more work when compared to the people in the morning and the night shift. So I will just go to the next question, which says, what are our gross and net revenue for each year? Like I said, the data set only had 2022 and 2023. This is the gross sales for each year. So you can see that the company was doing over 450K in gross sales for both years, so for each years. And then in net sales, we are around 350K. You can see there was a little increase in 2023. So from 350, we increased to 360. Okay, as you can see from here. That is for the sales performance, and the category of customer insights. The first question, how many unique customer purchased from us? The unique customers that purchased from us. You can see for 2022, we had a total of 155 customers that came to the store to buy products from us. And then for 2023, we had 147. So you can see invariably that the numbers of customers that we had reduced a bit. And this could be either because of customer service, could be because maybe they are looking for, we don't have it in the store. So maybe we can dig into this to find out why people are leaving instead of getting more people. The next question is, what is the gender distribution of customers? Basically, how many customers we have by gender. So we see that we have equal number of customers for Outfit Oasis. You see we have the same number for the same proportion to male and female. So 153 for both categories. The number three, what is the average age of customers for each category? You can see the average age on each category is 40. So this invariably means that our customers are mostly under this age range. All right, the next section of the analysis was on product performance. And the number one question, which category has the highest average sales revenue? Average sales revenue. You can see the average sales revenue is coming mostly from the beauty category with 469 on average sales. All right, the next one is, which is number two, under product performance, is what is the most frequently purchased category? I think marketing is interested in this. This is the most purchased category, clothing. So this means that clothing is the most category that our customers are buying from. They can do more marketing in this area or focus more on other areas that are not doing less, that are doing less. The next part of the analysis was on profitability, which number one question is, what is the average profit margin by category? This is the net sales that we made based on each category. So we can see that the average profit that we made from each category is around 300 bucks. So you can see and electronics has the highest one with $361. The next question is, which categories contributes the most to profitability? You can see we're doing more clothing, which is bringing the more revenue with over 246K in net sales. And then the next part is on seasonal trends, which number one question is how do monthly sales trends vary across products? This is the trend of how our sales are doing. So if you look here, Chloe, one represents January, February, and next month, February is represented by two, and in that order, the other months until the 12th month, which is December. And if you look here, we have 111. What this means is for each category, clothing, electronics, and beauty, all in January. This is electronics, clothing, and beauty, all in February, and in that order. So if you see here in January that we were doing more clothing in January. In February, we are doing electronics took over with 33. If you see the next month in February, clothing came back up again at 38. And then in March, clothing again. The next month, clothing again. The next month, electronics took over. The next month, clothing again. Next month, you can see clothing again. So you can see that by category in each month, that clothing was always coming on top of the list, followed by electronics. And the next question is, what is the most loyal customer age group by sales? This is a classification. So you can see at a glimpse that we have middle-aged people coming into the store to purchase from us. So they are doing the most buying, and they have done so far altogether 883 transactions, and then followed by the younger age group and then the older people. So it means people above 80 rarely come to our store. So either we don't have the products they're looking for, or we should focus more on those people who are buying more from us to upsell products that would be needed by people that are in middle age. So these are people that are probably married, that we can bring in some children products or something, and that will boost our sales. I will just go to the next part, which says, next question, who are the most performing customers? This is very interesting. I would explain why. So if you see here, customers, these are customer IDs that is assigned to each person that comes to the store. These are unique IDs. So this one represents a certain customer. It could be maybe Jennifer, could be something else. But I was not connected, or I did not have the table where the names are contained. But just know that each numbers represent individual customers, and this column represent the total sales that they have bought from us, and this is the total order that they have made from us. And if you look interestingly, you will see one under the top five. You see one, you see three, you see four, two, five. Basically, from one to five. This means that the first five customers that came to Outfit Oasis are the most loyal ones that we had in the year. So if you see here that they were also buying more from us. So this is probably because the first time they walked into the store, they got excellent customer service from us. And maybe the workers who were at that time, they delivered so well on the selling and everything. So they stayed with us up until now. You can see the very first five customers are the most loyal ones. And from this other top 10, we see that the people that purchased from us about 87th, 61st, 85th, 54th. These were the other customers that followed in terms of loyalty. Then I'll move on to the last section of the analysis, which is the operations analysis. And this one is what is the average order size by category? Average order size by category is the most one is clothing. So we see people buy more on average from clothing in terms of the quantity that they are buying. The last one is are there any significant price differences between categories? If you see here, this is a grouping of the unit prices for each category session. So for when prices are 500, each category had the same pricing. But when price, unit price is 300, each, category had the same pricing. But when price was $50, you see that each category had the same pricing, and so on. So this indicates that there is no significant difference in pricing across categories. Thank you very much, guys. This will be the end of my presentation. Chloe, the final result of this analysis will be sent over to you once it's completed. Thank you very much.